Good morning, everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill. Did y'all hear that? Gus and Loretta are screaming. Tater is screaming. Hey, Pocket. She's not neighing on command. But first thing I got to do is fix the pig's feed because the tables have turned around here. It used to be that Peaches got fed first, but Peaches isn't as vocal as Gus and Loretta, so she gets fed second. I've already got Gus and Loretta's feed in here soaking on water, but I had to show y'all what I came in and found. If this isn't the most precious sight you've ever seen, Mr. Sylvester and Miss Biscuit enjoying the cat window seat with the sun barely peeking through this morning. All right, y'all hear that? I think Gus and Loretta might bust in here any minute. We got to get them fed first. I know y'all can probably hear them screaming in the background, but I just want to also tell you that if I have mud on my face, when I went to fix Gus and Loretta's food, Loretta jumped up on the side of the stall gate and stuff flew everywhere. So there is no telling what I've got in my head because I felt it hit me. So just don't pay any attention if you see a big clot of something. I can see in the camera, but I don't have any mirrors, so it is what it is. Just so you can hear and see what's actually going on around here. Are there 2 bowls over here? Y'all act like you haven't eaten since last year. Yeah, you sure do. I see 1 bowl. That means I got to go on a wild bowl chase. And this is not good. That's what you did when you got that mud all over me. You're a sweetheart, but goodness gracious, you slung that mud. Yes, you did. And you can stand up real tall. Y'all had to put a little beaner clip on this gate because the other day, Gus followed me back into the barn, and it was not a good thing. All right, there's 1 bowl. Where's the other one? We have had rain, and we put a hay bale out for the goats and the donkeys over here. Drove the tractor in there, and of course it made ruts. Hey, where's your bowl? Oh, goodness gracious. I don't even see it. Loretta? You gotta show me where your bowl is. Where did you take it? There is no telling. No telling. Y'all know that when they were in the old pasture, Jason, in the porta hut. Who did this? Who put the bowl in here? You're gonna have to go get it. I'm too tall. Come on, Loretta. Go get your bowl. Okay. All right, I got it, but now we gotta go fill it up. So when they were in the other pasture, Jason built something, just took some 2x4s, made a square, screwed the bowls into it, and we haven't done that since they've been over here because, well, those bowls saw their better day. So we gotta think of another solution. And I've even Googled how to make a pig bowl stay in place. There appears to be no company that makes anything that's heavyweight enough for a pig not to tote the bowl around. So I am going to be on a mission to try to design something that's going to work out better than what we did previously. And I'm going to have pig all over my legs. I don't fix the food in there with them because goodness gracious, we know what will happen. All right, your cups say lemonade, but there's no lemonade in here. Not hello lemon. It's hello squills of joy. All right, got a little straw in there, but I can get that out. Yeah, it's ready. It's ready. I promise you. Yeah, Peaches quit being vocal, so y'all get the first meal of the day. Whoever's the most vocal is who gets it. All right, y'all wish me luck. Gus always gets the first bowl. And then they usually play a game of switch the bowls. They get the same exact amount, but that's what happens. And when they get finished, They tote their bowls out of here. So there's a wild goose chase or a wild pig bowl chase every single morning. We got to come up with a plan. Y'all help me out. Let me know if you got any ideas. So if y'all did not see the video, Jason and I were able to get a little display at Rustic Relics, which is our flea market in downtown Clanton, and I picked up Dee Dee this beautiful little crochet necklace that she's already lost once. I found it upstairs and she put it back on, but it's just tied in a little knot. But doesn't she look beautiful? Yes, and Bramble, of course. You don't need one, but you are a beautiful cat. All right, Peaches is up next. How are you doing this morning, sweet girl? You looking beautiful. Yes. And your friend over here? How's she doing? Oh, I see you, Peaches. I see you. Did you spill your water last night? Nope, you didn't spill your water. Good girl. All right, Squeals of Joy and Essential K coming up with a little lubricant for Peaches this morning. And, of course, they gotta wait just a minute because we do wet both of their feeds as well. So just like Raisin Bran, Pocket gets 2 scoops of Essential K. It's not Raisin Bran, but it is 2 scoops. And Peaches will get 1 scoop of Squeals of Joy along with her Flintstone vitamin. Peaches, you're a diva. I just figured out how easy Gus and Loretta are. They don't have to have all these requirements. A little bit of mineral oil and a little squirt of lubricant. And we'll go get y'all wetted down. And we'll be having breakfast soon. I come back in the milk room to find you two in the same position while Bramble's out working. Y'all are in here sleeping. Are you taking shifts? I don't know what the deal is, but y'all might need a bigger bed. Sylvester's kind of hanging off the backside. Biscuit, you got the majority of it. Get these girls and boys, nope, no boys, girls feed wetted. A little moisture on that one. Let Peaches soak for a minute. Let Pocket soak for a minute. We'll take care of the cows while that's getting wet. Get Miss Matilda fixed up with her squirt of lubricant added to her feed. And we'll get these vocal ones taken care of. All right, everybody. You gotta turn the fence off first. First things first. Turn that off. Ooh, it's a wet mess out here, isn't it? There you go, Tater. Y'all spread out. There's something wrong here. All right. I don't understand. You, my friend, are Ernest T. And you live with Opie. But Opie is in with the goats. How in the world did this happen? Y'all were in the same stall last night. I put you in here myself. This is not any Jason forgot. Jason accidentally locked them up in the wrong stall. That's a joke. Jason's never put the animals in the wrong stall. I'm just saying, I can't blame this on anybody else. I put them in this stall. I fed you two in this pan last night. You both ate, and you are in the wrong stall. You're not a goat. You're an emu. Why are you in there? How did you get in there? Well, let's open the gate. Come on, Ernest. Look, buddy, your gate's open. Your gate's open. You can go on out. You will be reunited with your emu counterpart. Go ahead. Atta boy. And we put them in the stall because that's what we've done since they were little. It's what they know. And I don't know how that happened. That is a mystery. They may or may not come out because it's wet across in front of their exit. And y'all can see little Red, there he is. He's doing well. He has had no more issues since we had to take him to Dr. D. Things have been well. I don't know what that was about, but just thankful to have a good veterinarian to help us in times of need. Where did he go? Where did he go? I see Ernest. Where did Opie go? Am I looking right at him and I just don't see him? Oh, there he is. Okay. He's over by Jessie and Honey's bowls. I kind of was like, is he really that magical that he just disappeared? Nope, he's over there checking out to see if Jessie and Honey dropped any feed. It won't be enough to matter, but Jessie, what did you do last night? You look like you had a party in the hay. Huh? Does Honey look like that? Why didn't you stay in the stall? Now you have access to it. Honey, you're wet too. You girls are something else, I tell you. Well, you never know what you're gonna find here. Their musical chairs, musical stalls always amazes me. And Peaches and Pocket do it sometimes. Pocket locks Peaches out of the stall. As a matter of fact, when I came to feed last night, Peaches was locked in Pocket's stall and Pocket was locked in Peaches' stall. Now, we think that Pocket actually shuts the door on Peaches, or Peaches shuts the door on Pocket. But this part, this is a mystery. Honey, you look like you had something to do with it. I don't know. Well, you're still there, huh? Biscuit has done a little turning to give Sylvester a little more room, it appears. But needless to say, y'all can't grow one more inch or you can't both fit in there. And I don't see how I could possibly put another seat in that window. You have plenty of space in here to make you a nice, cozy, warm area to lay. But I get it. You choose the window. All right, girl. Get you fed first. And go open Pocket's stall up outside. Get her fed. It's going to be a wet one today, Peaches. I hope you got your rain boots ready. I'm going to shut this so Pocket doesn't disturb you while you finish your eating. And let's open the door to the outside world. Woo-wee, Pocket, you got a big rainy spot over there. Yes, you do, girl. You ready to eat, aren't you? Such a sweet girl. Yes, you are. Yeah, we got to get the brush to you. You look like you laid down last night. Got shavings all in you. Yeah. Goodness gracious. So those of you that pay attention probably realize that I missed a video last week, and I try not to do that, but I tell you, I have just been having a hard time. I try to not dwell on my health, but I just been out of sorts. I just haven't been right. I did have a visit with my rheumatologist, and he does want to change my medicine if I continue to be this way for the next 30 days. And I hate to complain. I hate to complain, but that's the bottom line, is I just haven't felt myself, and I didn't put out a video. So I should have nominated the Employee of the Month in that last video, and I didn't. So here we are today with a folder that has the Employee of the Month. And I'm gonna head out to the stand now, and y'all be guessing who you think it might be. As I just caught a glimpse of Mary Carl's pigeons flying over on this blustery, wet, rainy day that requires a rain jacket and a thick jacket and some thermals, and we won't get into all that. As we head out to the front, the only thing that we have that is resemblance of Christmas is near is this hay bale snowman. And it just has simply been too wet for us to go get a Christmas tree. But we'll get there. We will get there. Now this was our employees of the month, which was our Rhode Island Reds. We have several of these, and they're kind of good egg layers, so they deserve the November nomination. I'm betting y'all won't guess who the December is. And I'm just gonna simply swap this out, and you're gonna see for yourself. I'm willing to bet not many of you guessed this employee. None other than our farmhand, Kitten Wilson. I just felt like it being the last one of the year, Kitten deserves the credit for the employee of the month. And here's a picture of him and Willie. He keeps the chicken coop tidy for us and just does anything that we ask him to around here. So December employee of the month, Cog Hill Farm is so fortunate to have Kitten Wilson, a 17-year-old who is mature beyond his young age with an amazing work ethic. He's been with us a little over a year and makes sure the layers, as well as the other animals' areas, stay tidy. And as I head back to the house from the farm stand, I just am so thankful for the hard work ethic that Kitten's parents obviously instilled in him, because he is a fantastic young man that just does whatever we ask him to. And I just feel like he deserves much more than the employee of the month, but it was just something that needed to be said. We tell him how much we appreciate him all the time, but words can't go far enough to express how fortunate we are to have him here. Just need 2 or 3 more of them. So I'm headed back home because we had a little issue that happened this past week with Lou. He is our newest addition to the Cog Hill Farm family, a kitten that was injured in an automobile, possibly an engine, possibly got ran over. Not so sure exactly the details, but it was something car related, and had to have his front leg amputated. So we have been trying to raise money to indeed give a check to the Chilton County TNR, Trap Neuter Release Program, that runs off strictly donations from the public. You guys have done a fantastic job. We can't thank you enough. And we will be presenting them with a check this upcoming week for the good deed that you guys have done. And a little something happened with Lou that I didn't like the looks of. And we'll go inside and sit with Lou and talk about what happened. So here I am with Mr. Purr Monster himself, Lou, or Lieutenant Dan. And you may notice something a little different about Lou. That is this covering that he has on. And that is not a cat sweater. That is indeed one of Jason's socks. So this past week, we noticed that where the incision was, there was a scab over the point of where his arm was removed. The scapula is the term that Dr. D used, and that scab was trying to come off, and it did indeed come off. And where it came off is about a nickel-sized area that was very raw looking, just kind of exposed skin. Well, my concern was I didn't want it to get infected. So I immediately reached out to TNR in Chilton County, who responded promptly, and they said, because this was over the weekend, can you cover it? Do you have a cone? No, I don't have a cone. Do you have, can you make a sock to cover it? And I thought, well, I don't know if I can or not. I've never thought about doing that. But it did not need to be exposed to the elements. So that's why she suggested the sock. And so with Jason's help, he and I cut the tip let me get one so I can show you what we did. I'm keeping them in this, the clean ones that we wash, I'm keeping them in a cabinet so we will have a clean one all the time. This one is kind of stretched out. I went and bought a couple of more because we were running out of socks, but I went and bought this one because I thought it was cute. We cut the toe out. We cut a hole for his arm that is existing to go through, and we simply put it over his body, in which he immediately acted like he couldn't walk. And I thought, this is not going to work. The kitten can't walk. Well, lo and behold, he fooled us, because he popped up and he took off and he acted like he never had anything covering his wound. So this has been going on for about 6 days. He's had the covering over it, and I still felt like it should have regrown skin by now. I was in contact with the veterinarian that did the surgery, and they just said to keep Neosporin on it and keep it covered. Well, I wanted somebody to look at it, so I reached out to Dr. D, who I have a working relationship to as our vet. He said, Brooke, I sent him pictures of it. I can't really tell a lot from pictures. Can you bring him to me? So yesterday, Lou and I went over to see Dr. D, and we removed his sweater. Dr. D took a look at the wound and indeed confirmed that there's no infection there. That was my biggest concern, is infection was starting to set in. He showed me where new skin is trying to regrow, but he did say that where that is located on the tip of the scapula is the reason the skin is thin there, because it's just like our elbow. If we were to leave that, the skin would be thinnest in that location, and that's why the scab came off and the skin's having a hard time regrowing right there. But needless to say, he is now under the care of Dr. D. He wants to see him in about 60 days and make sure that that skin is doing the job of covering like it should, and he will make appropriate changes if needed. You wanted everybody to hear your sweet voice, didn't you? But Dr. D absolutely fell in love with him. He was so delighted to know that little Lou has a good home, and he's going to be wearing this sock for the next 60 days. Of course, I change it out frequently. I have a little non-stick gauze pad with some Neosporin on it so that wound does stay moist and doesn't dry out and will regrow new skin. I said, Dr. D, what am I going to do when he can't fit in a sock anymore? 60 days, he's quadrupled in size, y'all, since he's been here. This little fella loves to eat. Eating is his favorite thing. He said, get a bigger sock. So, like the dilemma with Gus and Loretta's bowls, trying to figure out how to make them stay put, I am going to be in search of ways to cover little Lou's wound when he outgrows Jason's socks. I don't know that they're going to make socks big enough to fit you in 60 days. But I got quite a scare, and you know, we just want to make sure that our animals are utmost taken care of. So he is now under the care of Dr. D, and we appreciate him looking after Lou and giving us the peace of mind that we needed, that it's no infection present, and that skin should regrow, providing it can stretch over that bone area. You are so sweet. But we will be presenting the check to TNR next week, so stay tuned. And we do appreciate each and every one of you that have donated, whether it be $1, $5, or just said a special thought and prayer for that group that does an amazing job making sure that cats and dogs are taken care of in Chilton County. So just a little update, y'all. I'm sorry I haven't been as present as I should be, but hopefully things will get better. We just never know with these autoimmune diseases what each day will hold, and I'm doing my best, and I hope you will indeed do your best as well. It's all we can ask of anybody. Little Lou's gonna do his best. He's definitely a fighter. And after all this little kitten's been through, he is, I couldn't catch him on camera if he was not sleepy right now, y'all wouldn't, I couldn't keep up with him. You would say, stop that movement, you're making me dizzy. He is a fast little dude and appreciates having the life that he has now. So, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, y'all be good. Right, Mr. Lou?